Fabulous. So welcome everybody to today's practice. Just take it nice and easy. It's going to be a nice awakening through your bodies. Stretch, open, release, and bringing it on down. Remember, anytime that you feel that you need to stop, please do. Take a break when you need to as well. But when you're ready, coming to a comfortable seat. Again, you can sit on a block to raise the sit bones, which gives you a nice little bit of a tilt. Your legs do not need to be crossed like mine. We can be in a butterfly. You can have legs out, one bent. Again, just be as comfortable as possible. So just having a little rock till you find both of those sit bones. Give the shoulders and the rib cage a little roll. And then find a little bit of stillness. The hands can either be on the knees, they can be in a bowl, or if you'd like to connect a little more with yourself, you can take one hand to your heart and one hand to the belly, and you can close down the eyes. If you don't want to close down the eyes just yet, just simply keep them quite soft and maybe just have a little release. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. We'll do this again. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. The next inhale through the nose, seal the lips and exhale through the nose with that same sensation. Let's do that a few more times. Just noticing that little constriction at the back of the throat, how audible the breath may be. And as we sit here arriving on our mat, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. And if your hand is on your heart, you can notice your own natural rhythm, the beating of the heart that's with you every single day. And that breath, which is our yoga. Without our breath, there is no life, and there would be no yoga. So the few things we have in common is our heart beating, our breath, and our passion for yoga. So I wish you all a beautiful practice today. When you're ready, gently blink open the eyes, draw your hands towards your heart centers, raise the arms up towards the ceiling, and on the exhalation, open up and take the arms back down as you drop your chin towards the chest. Again, raising the arms back up towards the ceiling, look up, find your inhale. Exhale, bringing it on down. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale to raise. Exhale to bring it down. 2 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. On the exhalation, interlace the fingers, press the arms up towards the ceiling and arch the back. Have a little opening. Good. Open a little more on the inhalation. Exhale, press away, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up. This is our seated cat and cow. Exhaling, let it go. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling to lift up. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Take the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, puff the chest, and let's have a little move of the head from side to side. Good. Chin to chest, up to ceiling. Good. Options to stay here. If you'd like to move forward and take the arms overhead, do that. If not, just stay with me and have a little move from side to side. Excellent. And gently coming down, shaking and releasing. Good. Switch the other leg on top or over the other side. Hands to knees and big stir the pots are my favourite movement. Now your less dominant leg is in front, so this might feel a little weird. Some people feel it in their ankle, so you could always move that leg out and about. Some people feel it a little tighter in the hips with the other leg in front. Change the direction. But it's all about sensations, you just embrace it. We try to open up both sides of our bodies. Good, one more move. Fabulous. And then we come back. Good, roll out your shoulders. You can do little swims. You can add the levers. And we go in the opposite direction. Good. And then we come back. Have a little shake of the arms before you make your way into tabletop. So stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, knees hip distance apart. Let's tuck our toes underneath. Let's draw a figure of 8 with our hips. Now, if you want to move in a different way and you just want to close your eyes and move into the sticky tight parts, do that. But it's just moving it around. Excellent. And then meet me back in tabletop. So let's do a cat-cow here, working from your tailbone. Tilt the tailbone, sink the belly, open the heart, inhale. Tailbone underneath navel to spine, chin to chest, finding the exhalation. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Now, if you'd like to add a scoop with this, you can scoop your way forward and you can scoop your way back and maybe lift the knees to activate the core. But again, you do not have to do this. We can stay with our classic cat and cow, having that undulation through our spine. Good, let's do one more set before we bring it back to neutral. Good. Keep those toes tucked, but bring the knees together, walking your hands back towards your feet. Now, you may want to stay here with me and go no more. You may want to come up a little more so you're stretching through the feet. Remember, this is perfect, especially if your knees are no good. And those feet, especially if you run a lot, you're going to be feeling quite a bit here. If you're happy up here, maybe tuck that tailbone underneath, squeeze and send some weight down through the feet. Beautiful. Everybody bring your hands to the floor and slowly just lift the knees and come back down. If you can, tuck your nose in towards your knees, do that. Just a few little movements. Lift and back. Again, little lift and back. Good. Walking yourself forward, drum out those feet. Give them just a little ease. Raise your right arm high towards the ceiling. Maybe separate those knees first, then raise the arm. Thread the needle underneath, resting the cheek, the shoulder, the arm. Reach the other arm forward. Have a little rotation here through that upper body. Excellent. Slowly come back, making our way to tabletop. Other arm raising up. Inhale. Thread and reach forward. Other arm coming on forwards. Good. Slowly bring it back to neutral. Beautiful. Okay, right leg, hip cranks, big movements. One of my favorite ones. The bigger, the better. Just move it around. Changing the direction. And then when you're ready, I'd like you to step that foot to the outside of the right hands. This is a great time to grab your bricks. Now, add a big circular movement here. And if you can, start to move forward and back and round, awakening the hamstring, your quadricep and your hip flexor. Again, invite those tight parts to awaken. So keep that breath moving. Beautiful. Slowly reset, everybody, back to 4-point kneeling. Opposite side, big circles, big movements. Changing your direction. Good. And when you're ready, we'll step that foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, encourage big movements. Step that foot along. The bigger, the better. Again, it's more intuitive. Beautiful. Nice. Reset, tabletop. Maybe move those bricks aside. Tuck your toes, send your sit bones back towards your heels. And we'll lift up towards our downward facing dog. When we get to our down dog, I invite you to pedal out your feet. Now, if our down dog is not our friend today, stay in tabletop and move your hips out. Pedaling them out just like I am. If you're up and down dog, pedal it out. Good. When you're ready, everybody, ripple forward towards your plank pose, kneeling or not, so your knees can be on the floor. And you can push back to your down dog or push back towards your tabletop. So rippling forwards, rippling up and back. Good, take your time. Those of you that want to awaken your arms a little bit more, you can ripple forward and do a little chaturanga push-up and come back up. Now this can be done kneeling. Ripple forward, a little press, a little lift and back. Forward, press, back and up. So you can stay here with me or keep it a little higher. Those of you that are a lot stronger, maybe take it further down for your chaturanga press up. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Good. Stay up and back in your down dogs. And when you're ready, walk your hands towards your feet. Bend those knees. Take your time getting there. Maybe walk the feet there. Take opposite elbows, let your head hang, have some traction through the spine. Let go of the arms and roll up through your body. On the next inhalation, raise the arms up towards the ceiling. Take a hold of your right wrist and take a side bend up and over. Good. Coming back, switch hands. Up and over, side bend. Good. Bring the palms together, squeeze the glutes, open the heart and maybe a little back bend here. Exhalation, hinge from the hips, deep forward fold down towards the floor. Walk your hands forward towards either a kneeling plank or a high plank. Protraction through those shoulder blades. I'm going to lower my knees here. Shift forward, lowering down through a chaturanga. Have a hover if you choose. Releasing down, scooping up to a baby back bend. Sway from side to side. Good, tucking your toes, sit bones back to heels. Downward facing dog. Excellent, pedal it out. Right leg lifts high to the sky. Open the hip. Beautiful. Bring that leg through the gates of the arms. Big step, help it along. Ground that back heel. Cartwheel the arms, open your hips in towards your warrior 2. Good. Keeping that heart over your hips, strong through that foundation. Flip the palms, rib shift forward, forearm to thigh. Back arm up and over, side angle. Open that chest just a little bit more. Excellent. Bring it back through your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Keep the palms flipped. Keep reaching forward. Triangle pose. Don't lock that front knee, but keep opening up your chest. Good. Bend into that front knee. Cartwheel the arms, pivot on that back foot. Meet me in downward facing dog. Excellent. Those of you that like a vinyasa, take it now. If you're thinking, Kel, what even is that? You shift forward. You can lower your knees. You can take your chaturanga. You can scoot up to your cobra. Back and up, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Raising your left leg up towards the ceiling. Good. Maybe open the hip if you choose. Bringing that leg through the gates of the arms. And remember, all of this can be done kneeling. You can ground that back heel. Cartwheel your arms, finding your warrior two. Having your shoulders over your hips, knees over that ankle. Pull up through that back leg. Flip the palms. Rib shift forward, forearm to thigh, back arm up and over. Side angle. Beautiful. Let's see if we can just go to triangle from here. Straighten that front leg. Open the body, pivoting through. That's it. Good. Rebend into that leg, meeting me warrior two. This time, straighten the front leg, turn your toes to face me, the long side of your mat. Turn your heels in, bring your hands towards your heart centers. Knees open. Okay, I want you to go just a little lower and then come up an inch. A little lower. This is one of my favorite moves. And back up. Strengthening our pelvises, our legs. One more. Hold it down. Tuck that pelvis underneath. Close your ribs. Let's raise the arms and let's find them overhead. Or you can have a mudra. You can have whatever feels good. Breathe. Straightening your legs, turning your toes in, nose diving forward, deep forward fold. Hang out here. Good. Roll up through your body. Good. Turn your heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Boom. Shake it about. Good. Good. So staying alongside of your mat, put all your weight into your left foot, turn the leg out. Don't sink and wait. You can really hang on to the wall if you choose to. Hands to heart centers, find something to focus on. We could keep the foot on the floor onto the ankle. Go a little higher if you choose to. You can even grab a hold of the ankle and bring it up to the thigh. Opening out through that hip. Now, options, of course, you can stay here. Those of you that want to bring it up into a half standing lotus, do that. If not, stay in tree that feels comfortable to you. Remember, balancing is different every single day. Some days we have good days of balancing. Some days they're just not there. Good, wherever you are, bring the knee to neutral. Extend the leg forward, opening that leg. Hold it here. Maybe point the toe and bring it back down. Good, shake it out. Second side, bending into that leg, opening the hip. Don't sink. Pull up. Place that leg wherever feels most comfortable for you. I'm lucky enough, I've got a wall quite close. So I have that. Now, when it comes to tree, think about this leg squeezing into that thigh. It's almost like Velcro. So you want to bring them together, stick it, create like an equilibrium, almost a force between the sole of the foot and the leg. Good. Find that drishti, somewhere thinking nothing's going to move. It really helps. Notice the wobble in the ankle, so that's good. You're building strength through that supporting leg. Close the leg, extend it forward. Don't lean back, keep lifting up. Maybe point the toe. Excellent, bring it down. Shake it out. Good, meet me at the back of your mat, walking out your feet, rolling down through your body nice and slowly, walking it forward, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lower to your knees, swivel your way forward, so bringing those legs round into a seated forward fold. Nice and simple. Good. Sitting right on top of those sit bones, roll out your ankles from the work that you've just done from balancing. Excellent. I'm going to come around and just face the camera. Bend in towards your right leg, crossing it over the top, but the knees align. So those of you that feel comfortable here, stay here. Those of you that definitely like to go a little bit more, you can sway and bring that leg underneath and then bring it into your full cow face. For me, I am nowhere ready for that in my knees, so I will be here. Walking yourself forward as you allow yourself to rest. Now, one thing is for a half cow face legs, for me, having one leg straight out, I almost get that lovely stretch in my calf, as well as a slight opening within my hips, not as much as it is when both legs are crossed over. I like this lean forward because of how it targets my lower back, but everyone's different. Some people like to have side bends here, so you could try that. Beautiful. Slowly bringing yourself up. Now, if you're happy with that leg here, stay here. All I want you to do is bring the foot onto the floor. If your leg's extended like me, bring that leg up. Good. So the leg that's over, you're going to twist towards. So my right leg is here, my right hand is behind me, raising my left arm, taking it around, pushing into that little leg, and then bringing myself around to the wall behind me for a twist. Good. Slowly come back around and a gentle release. Let's go. Second side. Left leg, knees align. Remember, you always have that option to come here or stay with me. You could pad yourself forward. You can, of course, have your side bends here. Remember, do what feels good. Good. Slowly coming on back. Remember, all we're going to do is change that leg. Left hand behind you, right arm is going to lift up, and then we'll take our twist around. Good. Slowly coming back to neutral. Stretch both legs out, raising your arms up on the inhalation. Exhalation, imagine your crown of your head is going up and over, nose over toes. Create a lovely little bit of length. Now, if you can reach your feet, great. If not, place them beside you and just keep walking yourself forward. Those of you that want to grab your toes, of course you can do, but keep trying to find a lot of length. Don't relax into it just yet. Now, on a deep exhale, round and soften and let it all go. Good. Slowly bringing it on up. Scoot your bottom towards your heels. Those of you that love a little bit of core, roll down very slowly. If you're not up for core today, roll to your side. Bring yourself onto your back and hug your knees in towards your chest. Have a little rock from side to side. Good. Let's shake our legs up in the air. Those of you that like to make your way into a shoulder stand, here is your opportunity. If you're thinking there's no way I am doing a shoulder stand today, you can just keep your legs in the air and roll out your ankles. If you like to be in your shoulder stand, remember you can take your legs over and come into a plow pose. Again, if you're thinking, Kel, there's no way I'm doing any of those today, you just take your legs a little further towards you and keep them here. Lovely. Slowly coming out of all of that, everybody, with control. Bringing your legs down. I like to release through my head. Those of you that, of course, maybe trained in Ashtanga like to go into a fish pose, but it's not necessary. Just release through the neck. Good, let's take those arms out to shoulder level, or they could be at a cactus arms. Lift the knees up and over to a side, it does not matter which, just for a twist. Before you lift up and over to the other side. And then we bring ourselves back to our neutral. Now, like I said, my back is not feeling great, so I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm actually going to knock my knees in. You can be in a butterfly position, you could be in straight legs position, be in a position that feels comfortable for you. And if you had a hand on the heart to begin with and a hand on the belly, do that. If the arms were away from you, just do that. Again, find a comfortable position where you can close down the eyes. Connect with that breath, inhaling through the nose, sighing it out. And each sigh, you allow yourself to come back and relax and download all of the postures that we have done. A flying visit through some standing postures, some opening postures, some balancing poses, a little opening of your hips and releasing of your hamstrings and lower back. Download everything that you have just done. And as you're downloading, I want you to have a sense of pride for showing up on your mat today, for allowing your body to move, but most importantly, allowing your mind to do something really good. Doing something good for yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically, of course. You have the options to stay here with me. You have an option, of course, to roll to a side. And of course, you have an option to come up to a seat with me, but you do not have to. Wherever you are finishing, back, side, seat, you may even be on your belly. You can draw your hands to your heart centers. You can bow your heads. And as always, I thank you for letting me be your guide today. And I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste.